Hey, we got another guest over here.
Yo.
It's Comic Book Wednesday.
Yo, which way that thing? You got to point it at me or at you?
Point at you.
What's up, y'all? Yo, Comic Book Wednesday. You got a new spot. What's this place called, man?
Impossible
Industries.
Industries.
Impossible Industries. New comic book shop up in Wicker Park. It's my first time checking it out, so take a look around, see what they got.
Word. Let me ask a couple questions.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Well, this is a lyricist, rapper, performance artist, and great illustrator.
Yo.
I went to art school with this bro.
Yo, art school, Harold Washington College.
Yep. He just missed some Ennis, but that's Columbia. But yeah, yo, we had
Ennis was up here.
Yeah, we had a rough and tough art instructor. We are real artists. Yo,
real.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, Mr. Parfenoff. Yeah. So as an illustrator and as a penciler and painter and an accomplished artist,
accomplished.
Chicago at least.
Yeah.
You making it in Chicago.
Germany.
And Germany.
A little bit noise over there.
Right. We got the Germans. Peace out, the Germans. No, really. Peace. Dankeschön. That's for you, Lisa.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. But what's more important to you? A hot cover or some good sequential art?
Dude, the cover is what draw people's attention, but man, for me, it's the content, man. It's what's on the inside. It's the story to keep me coming back. You know what I'm saying? What's them 22 pages of story, 24 pages of story to be continued. That's what I'm looking forward to. The cover is just like trying to grab you, but that's not what I'm going to be thinking about when I'm thinking about the issue. If it's a good issue, good story, good writer.
So when you're working on something, do you think more about drawing the human body as a sequential, or do you think about power art, like a cover when you're working on a painting?
On a paint, if I'm doing a painting, it's the single issue. So, it's a single image. So a painting is more like a cover.
Right.
If I'm thinking of more sequential stuff, you can't
series.
For a series, you ain't throwing everything just in one particular image. You got panels that are connected to each other, so you got to keep the story going. You got to have that movement and everything, So
who do you feel does that better right now? DC or Marvel? We're not even getting to these guys in the middle. We're killing the game, actually. Remember, it started with this guy.
Spawn, yeah.
Well, I would say he's one of the main catalysts.
Yeah, Todd McFarlane.
Todd McFarlane. Big ups, Todd McFarlane. I still haven't gotten my shirt, Todd.
Alright, so if you're gonna put me on the spot as far as Marvel versus DC, alright, this is what I'm gonna say. Overall, over my lifetime, I'm a Marvelite. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we still good. Ennis had to leave, bro.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, but check it out though.
I see that. Hey, but this. Can you show him? Yeah. See, I'm a make mine Marvel for life. But
Yo. For real.
Yeah, because he's just a man though.
Dude, Superman. This is the tip of the superhero pyramid.
Right.
Everything else came from him.
Right.
He started this.
Right. So it's just pay respect, homage,
Pay respect, man. To Kal-El, man.
Right.
Superman is kind of like the
standard.
The standard.
Right.
The paragon and everything else is kind of like they're like different versions of him.
Even Peter Parker. The colors, the fact that he's in a newspaper atmosphere,
They was biting.
Yeah, orphaned. Yeah. It's even like the greatest. All like Wolverine still has a metal skeleton, Man of Steel reference. It's immortality.
Archetypes, man.
It's exactly precisely.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch you. If you want to guide us through your process.
Well, I feel a little guilty because I already went to another spot. I didn't even know about this spot. So I
feel you.
Picked up some stuff today.
Where was it? Kaboom?
Challengers.
Challengers?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
Western.
Western.
We here Challengers. We here doing it.
Yo, shout out to Challengers. Shout out to First Aid Comics. But we here up in Impossible Industries.
Yeah. But much respect. Challengers actually sells my book and carries my book. So go to Challengers. Ask for my book.
We got more video games.
Oh yeah, it's going big. It's too many people. But okay, this is KO. It would be great if we get a freestyle with so many rappers. Hey, Ryan, do you rap? Do you rap at all?
Oh no.
Okay, but we're gonna go to the next segment with the only guy here that doesn't rap.
I am not a rapper, good sir.
But he's still a brother, and that doesn't make him. Yo, just because you don't rap, it doesn't make you any less black. So don't you feel bad about being surrounded by rappers ever.
Though I was on a train some years ago, and I heard this elder dude say to somebody else, he was like, "Every black man got a rap in him." So, hey, you just came out with your rap yet, though, man. It's still to come.
It's in the process.
Every
Right.
black man got a rap in him. That's what I heard somebody say that on the train one day.
Some black men are producers and just DJs. You don't feel some black men are breakdancers. Some black men are graffiti artists. There's hip hop for everybody. Not everybody's got a rap. Some black guys just know everything about every black related comic book or hip hop comic book, and some black guys do all that. But let's get to our other segment. Staff picks. What's your picks for the week?
For the week,
Can't go wrong.
Yes, sir.
Still one of the best books on the market today.
Really? What? Why would you? I agree, but what's your opinion? And this cover is ridiculous. This is like, is that Misty and Storm and the Black Panther and Luke Cage?
And Brother Voodoo. Don't leave out Brother Voodoo.
Is he a mutant?
Nah, he's Marvel's actual Sorcerer Supreme. When Doctor Strange left the position, Brother Voodoo got it.
I sleep. Is he from Haiti?
Nah, he's from Brooklyn.
That's close enough. That's close enough to Haiti. Trust me. There's more Haitians in Brooklyn than in Haiti right now, probably. Unfortunately, that's probably the meanest joke I've ever said. But I've said that before the flood and earthquake, which was an actual fact before the flood and earthquake. Ask Haitians. This cover is mind-blowing. I wasn't ready for this. This is why we come. Wow, look at that. Okay, we're gonna get a freestyle out of these three. But can we get a pick from you, proprietor?
Yeah. My pick of the week. What in here was I? I looked directly at it earlier. Oh yeah. Cave Carson and his cybernetic eye.
Wow. DC's Young Animal. This art's fantastic. This reminds me of indie art. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
This reminds me of Chicago independent art mixed with like retro war propaganda art and retro sci-fi. Wouldn't you think? Like,
Yeah,
Monkeee.
definitely.
All
Definitely.
three,
I'm a big fan of retro futurism. So yeah.
I ain't never heard that shit before. That's some shit you don't hear in other places. Retro futurism. That's like saying lazy motivated. I'm lazily motivated to.
Well, you know, think of
Masturbate.
it like the Jetsons. You know, like that's an example of retro futurism.
Yeah, it is. Or maybe Space Family Robinson. Is
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
And
Space
Family Robinson.
me too. They needed a black robot on that show. But no, I'm kidding. I am the black robot on that show. No, the cool thing about retrofuturism is that once in a while, the technical designs for something actually do prove to be more suitable. For example, some of the cars of the future, we went in a period. I said this to some of my friends and said I was crazy. We were in a period in, what was it, with the Lincolns in the 70s, with the box cars, 60s and 70s. Those cars were not aerodynamic. The actual cars that we were producing in the 40s and 50s and 60s, those roadsters, were actually what you see most cars being shaped like now. The American technical design kind of like lost some of its scientific functionality for an aesthetic that is actually now undesired unless you are driving a Land Rover or a Jeep. and you don't care about wind and gas money.
Right.
Well, the non-rapper's leaving, so we're probably gonna end this with a freestyle or something hip-hop related, but we don't have to, because, you know, there's not hip-hop in every comic book, just the cool ones. No, but some of the coolest comic books actually aren't, that have the best hip-hop in them, are not hip-hop comic books. They're just cool-ass comic books. I just want to show you this shit. It looks crazy to me. Image, bro.
No more stress.
No, I'm
That's gonna be a movie.
I'll just slightly less.
I'll check in on you later, man.
All right.
Joel,
All
right?
right. Good meeting you.
You too, man. Be safe, yeah.
You too.
Magazines. I've been reading this for years, man. So I'm definitely reading this.
That was like a black unicorn. That was great. But that brother knows comic books, so he's all right in my book. Shout out to Previews. Probably one of the more accurate price guides, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know, previews gives you a glimpse of what's coming down, what's coming out. Price guide is Overstreet.
Overstreet? Okay, noted. I'm still learning. See, I would buy this to check. But unless you really feel like you need help buying and you're a professional collector, these are really hardcore. You don't have to buy. Oh, they lowered the price though. Wow. I should leave with this. I should leave with that. Shout out to Haiti. These coloring books are interesting. I would say inappropriate. What if these dudes are gonna rap? Look at these toys. I can't deal with all the feminization. It just, I don't get it. I don't get it. This is dope. Look at that.
This is what I need. I forgot. Justice League.
This might be the second best cartoon ever made. Invader Zim has got to be one of the best cartoons ever made. Subliminally vegan and Oni Press, Boombox, Oni, these names right here. Keep an eye out, ladies and gentlemen. They are coming for Image like mugs, bro. Like mugs. Adventure Time, I lost a job.
Let's see what else I'm reading.
Let's switch on the art,
Saga,
and now I like
Saga.
it.
You got to read Saga, man.
And the best
Brian K.
cartoon
Vaughan,
ever.
man. Fiona Staples, man. Saga.
Non-comic book, because the best comic book cartoon is Young Justice. No question. They killed it. Second best, Dungeons and Dragons.
Saga
Third
inspired
best,
this, family,
maybe X-Men Evolution. And then that's it. We're not going to go anymore. This X-Men cover is everything right now.
From two different worlds, and their worlds have been at war with each other for like generations and generations and generations.
I'm done with this.
And they fell in
If
love.
I see Venom attacking Spider-Man one more time.
Yeah, Saga. Yo, check it out. Yeah, here's
Saga's the shit.
Volume 2 of Saga. That's Marco
Valiant?
right there.
Is that Valiant?
Covered in blood.
Valiant.
Image Comics. Brian K. Vaughan, Fiona Staples. Brian K. Vaughan wrote Why the Last Man. Some of y'all might know about that.
And what is some other comic book characters issues that Image is known for?
Spawn. Spawn. Come on, Tom McFarlane. Spawn, man. Spawn. Savage Dragon.
I knew that.
And if you don't know who Todd McFarlane is,
Yeah, you
Todd,
gotta let the people know, man. Spawn.
who's Todd McFarlane? Because we keep bringing his name up, and there's people are like, who is Todd McFarlane?
Tom McFarlane was like that dude in the 90s, man. I mean,
Who's
when you
that
think
dude?
about the 90s pencilers and like who was really bringing it and who really like set the mark or set the standard for what penciling should look like.
He revamped Spider-Man.
Yeah, Todd McFarlane, man. It was like him and Jim Lee. I feel like were the top two, and Todd McFarlane, his style just fits Spider-Man so dope.
Time out. And now Jim Lee is now the president of Warner Brothers, DC section. I don't know if that's a good thing.
No, Jim Lee was dope, man. Wildcats, X-Men, all that kind of stuff.
And if you're not familiar with Spawn the way we are, Michael J. White, that's who played.
but man, that movie was kind of weak, man. They kind of, man, they need to apologize for that.
They did apologize. They did.
They need to apologize. Dude, for the
One of the
animated version
worst.
Spawn, That was dope.
Much
The
better.
HBO, the
One of-
HBO,
yeah.
That was sick.
That was one of the worst comic book movies ever made, and you can actually Google it, and it'll come out like one of the top 20 worst comic book movies ever made. The craziest part is they have a panel where they discuss it, and the crazy thing is Todd McFarlane's on the panel, and it comes out in the top 5 of worst comic book movies ever made, and it's like a roast because he's on this panel, and everybody else is just talking about
Well, it
it.
ain't his fault. You know what I'm saying? The comic book
It's
was
his
dope.
fault.
The cartoon was dope. He
Hey.
can't affect what they do after they done license the rights to use it. You know what I'm saying? That's they